thank you.
Listen, you and I watched both games in the green room. Northern Ireland actually had a real go against Germany, ultimately come up short. The other game was also on the TV. Wales taking on Belgium. Got off to a great start, by the way. Brilliant start. They come out like a train, get the nose in front. And then the refereeing decision to give the handball. And it was Ampadu, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That stuck his arm out. And
That's harsh.
well, look.
I wouldn't say he stuck his arm out.
His arm was out. The ball's hit it. There's no doubt it hits his arm, okay? Now, it is always harsh when it's given like that, but in the modern game in particular across Europe, that's always going to be a pen.
In the Prem,
it's always a pen.
It's nowhere near a pen.
I don't know, mate.
The facility was so close to him. There was nothing he could do. It was so close to him. And you can't have your hands by your side.
No.
If you was to go, if you was to go jogging, right? How do you run? No, that's a natural. It's a natural thing, right?
I know.
So how do you run when you're jogging?
Well, you put your
one arm in front of the other.
Yeah.
That's natural.
So
in the football, you run is natural. So you can't.
But unfortunately, okay, the common sense with handball left the game a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
It left the game a long time ago. And I'm afraid the Welsh ain't going like this. But that is a penalty in the modern game. You're not getting away with that.
No,
you're not, mate.
I think in the Premier League, that's not given. So
no, but it ain't the Premier League, is it?
I know, but you need to start having some consistency around. Look, football's not different in Spain or in France or in Brazil or in England. It's the same game.
I don't know.
So you should have the same principles, the same rules. If it's not given in one continent or one Europe or one country, it shouldn't be given in the other. Just because you give in the Premier League, don't give it Premier League, doesn't mean it should be given in the Champions League or the World Cup.
They are. The truth is, the games are officiated differently depending what competition you're playing in.
That's
just the truth of it. That is just the truth of it. And as soon as I see the replay, I said to you, that's going to get given.
I was like,
the referee's going over to they're going to send him over to the monitor.
Yeah, if you're Welsh, I feel very hard done by.
Well, you can feel hard done by, but the truth is, if that was the other way around, the Welsh should be screaming for the penalty. And there's the hypocrisy.
Let's see what they say. Let's see if they would have, if it was opposite foot, would they have been crying?
Of course they will.
Let's see.
Of course they will. Should we go to the lines? 037172233. Well, without further ado, let's go and speak to Steve, who's a Manchester United fan and also an Irish fan. All right, Steve-o, how you doing?
Hi there. How you doing, guys?
I'm all right, mate. Good, commiserations. Thought you played really well, actually.
But look, the thing about it is that what I want to say is we made a German team look average, to be fair.
Yeah.
In the second half, the substitutions, we forced them into going defensive. And to me, the difference was the referee. We had more shots on target. You could argue, to a point, we were the better side in the second half, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how good Germany are, actually. I agree. I thought you had a right go. Were you at the game, Steve-o?
Yeah.
You were
Just
at
leaving the stadium, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the atmosphere. I mean, we actually had the volume on the Welsh game, so we couldn't really tell, but it looked like it was rocking there.
Yeah, Steve-o, quick one. Me and Cundy were saying some of the decisions the referee was given was absolutely like come on, it's not a foul. Was it as bad watching it live?
It was worse. It was worse. From the Slovakia game on Friday night and again tonight, the quality of refereeing at the European standard hasn't been great, especially tonight. It was diabolical, to be honest, because we couldn't understand some of the decisions that were being made and why. It was just incomprehensible.
Unfortunately, you're a Man United fan, Steve, right? So you watch a lot of Premier League football. I've been having this.
Talk about it.
No, okay, fair enough. But I've been saying for years that I think that the refereeing in England, yes, it can improve, is better. But when you go across Europe, or when you look at some of the decisions that are made in European competitions, Conference, Europa, Champions League, and then you get these European qualifiers for the World Cup, the referees, honestly, they are terrible. They're terrible referees. Some of the decisions, they're so soft. I saw, it was Onana going down. This is in the Belgium game, right? Onana going down, holding his face. He's got a whack in his chest. Referee gives a free kick. It's
the worst one, Cundy, was the De Bruyne and Ampadu going up for a header.
Yeah, they both got together.
Yeah, but he's given a free kick.
He's given a free kick to De Bruyne because he's on the floor. Some of the referees.
Yeah, like for example, you've got the what do you call the guy who plays for Newcastle? He's number 11 for Germany tonight.
Voltemode.
Modi.
On Dan Ballard.
and the amount of fouls from the attacking player on the defender. And you guys from you guys playing, 9 times out of 10 you expect the defender to get the decision.
Yeah.
In that scenario on a 50-50. We weren't getting it tonight.
But Steve, listen, there's a lot to be taken from that. What have you guys got to do now in November?
We have to go to Slovakia and win, and we have to go to Luxembourg and win. Or at home, Luxembourg at home, and win. And then it's just see what happens elsewhere. But it's a youngish squad, and they're developing. The big thing for us is that in years of old, we had your likes of your Johnny Evans, your Gareth McCauley, your Stephen Davis that were playing at a Premier League level. I suppose now we have a new generation that's come through, and Dan Ballard, Try Hume, Justin Devaney, to name a few, that are playing Premier League football week in, week out. Not to forget the top player of them all in the list, Conor Bradley at Liverpool, who we did miss tonight. So the quality of player playing at the top level in England, playing for us now, coming through a new generation, gives us cause for hope. And obviously, we do have a chance to qualify through the playoffs. But the problem I have is, myself and one of my friends here have been trying to work out how the playoff system with UEFA actually works. We're working to see ourselves.
Do you know what, Steve? I'd worry about that November, all right? Don't hurt your brain by worrying about now, because there's a lot of things that can happen between now and then.
Maybe you're right.
All right, Steve. Listen, safe journey home. 03717223333. Don't squeeze one more. Yeah, why not? Let's go and speak to Ryan, who's a Rangers fan. Ryan, good evening, sir.
Well, Jason, how are
Hello,
you?
Mate.
Well, just back from Windsor Park. Disappointed in the end because, to be honest with you, I think we maybe should have stole something from that match. For Germany being one of the favourite nations, I'd say we'd give them a bit of a schooling there tonight. I'd like to, reiterate what the last caller said about the refereeing decision. I thought it was absolutely brutal. 50-50 decisions, even 60-40 decisions didn't really go in our favour, to be honest with you, mate. And I think that's just biased towards the big nations again.
I think they're just terrible.
I just think that literally are just so bad. But the thing is, these decisions can be a matter of decisiveness of you qualifying and not.
The tackle. These big prima donnas are coming over here. Your Kimmich, your Gnabry, even Big Wolfamata, for such a big lad. He lay on his back more times than he did stand on his 2 front feet. Now, I don't really understand, but look, here, it can't be any more proud of the players. At least Northern Ireland's representing the country, representing the whole of Ireland, because we're the ones flying the flag, and, well, our wee Republican neighbours are sitting there with only 1 point. So, we can't be too angry, can we?
No, I mean, look, I think after that, I think you can probably come away and say, it wasn't our day. It's all about what happens in both boxes, right? Did they do enough, Northern Ireland? Probably not enough. They showed their teeth a couple of times, but did they make the keeper work enough?
Probably not, but you've got to understand they're coming up against a giant nation of Germany.
I don't think Germany that great. They made
but I'm saying, but it's still still a massive nation of they've won multiple European trophies, they're World Cup winners, and they've really took it to them. And I'm saying they're coming off that pitch thinking, we should have come away with something. I guess that leaves them in high spirits going into the next 2 games of the got, because is it Slovenia they got, and Luxembourg.
Yeah, one of them begins with S.
Yeah, Slovenia, one of those two. So Luxembourg, you will fancy your chances.
You do indeed. It's all about other results as well. Here's a question for you going into the break, Gemma, and I'd love to ask, or everyone listening to this, right? Should we want the home nations to get to a major tournament, right? Now,
go
from me. Yeah. On a personal note, and a selfish note, because I work here and I want as much interaction with fans during the World Cup. I actually want Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales to all get there, even the Republic, just to get there, because it gives us more content, gives us more games, gives us a huge amount of interest from the listening, millions around the British Isles and beyond. And as a selfish point of view, I want everyone there.
Yeah.
Professionally, right, as a personal level, if I wasn't working here, mate, I'd be like, get rid of them.
Seriously?
Yeah, get right. If I wasn't working here, yeah.
it wouldn't bother me that much.
No.
If I like not for work or anything like that, selfish reasons, I actually would. If I'm thinking about it, because the fact that we may come across, we may have to play them, or
It's happened before, right?
That's what I'm saying. So that is exciting. That's a lot better.
We beat Wales again, another major
That's
tournament.
in a major tournament or in the quarter or the group stage in that last game, and you beat them to knock them out. Yeah. That's better than beating Finland to go through to the next round. You get more
tanning again. Give 'em a whooping.
You know that
more whooping.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.